Hey everyone. So I'm going to explain real quick what you need to do for Journal 10 this week, your week 10 journal. Um, it's very similar to last week's journal prompt where I asked you to choose um, specific concepts and lessons that we've covered, to choose four of them and just talk about your experience learning them and whatnot. Um, this is along the same vein, this week's journal, except this time I would like you to use this final journal entry to discuss your experience in this course, like as a whole. There's a list of questions that I'll get to. Um, and so your answers to some might be longer than your answers to others, and that's okay. But I want you to reflect about what you've learned, what you're still struggling with, as well as any thoughts that you have regarding how the course was set up, how it was delivered, that sort of thing. Um, I want you to be honest with your comments, though it is also very important to keep in mind the objectives of the course, as well as the amount of in-class work and out-of-class work that's mandated for this course. I don't choose how many hours of work this course is supposed to have, but it's my job to make sure that the course does provide that amount of time each week. All right. So there are certain things that are out of my control, but I am truly interested in your feedback regarding the things that I can control, um, and things that I could maybe do differently, or if there are things that you think worked really well. I'd like to know that also. So the first question says, discuss one or two things you learned from this class, material you are glad that we covered during the course. Question 2, discuss one or two things you struggled with or perhaps still need help with in terms of the material that we've covered. And then 3 and 4 is really where I want you to focus. So question 3, was there anything about the class or the layout of the course as an online class that you found helpful? And then question 4 is, what are some things you think could be done differently with the course? This could be answered in terms of the material covered, how much time on certain things. If you feel like we spent too long on something, let me know that. If you feel like we didn't spend enough time on something, let me know that. If you feel like there was something that didn't get covered at all, but you were expecting or wanted to be covered, let me know that. Just anything about what we learned that you think could be done differently. And then it could also be answered in terms of the layout of the class. Um, some things, again, Brightspace has its own way of doing things, and I can't control everything on Brightspace. For instance, when you go up to course tools and you click on course tools and you go to the assignments list, that's just everything that Brightspace recognizes as an assignment. So when you look at that list, you don't see any quizzes and you don't see any discussions, because those are separate areas in the way Brightspace looks at it. All right, so I can't change that. That's why I put everything under the homework tabs each week, so that at least there's one place where you can see everything that you have to turn in that week in one single location. But that's the best I can do, as far as I know anyway. But there are other things about the layout and how you get to things that are very much in my control. So I'd like to just get your overall feedback on the course. Keep in mind that this is always an online class, okay? It has been for years, and that's not going to change. So keep that in mind as well when you are thinking about how the class is set up. But I really do take this feedback into consideration, and I actually have made adjustments to the course, from time to time based on feedback that I get from this journal entry. So please share your thoughts with me, and like I said, I really look forward to reading what you guys have to say about it. All right. So it's due by Sunday at 11:59. Let me know if you have any questions or run into any